What is change management? Change management is the disciplined practice of enabling the smooth transition of changes between the present and future state, with the least disruption possible. What is the purpose of change management? Its purpose is to use a combination of specifically designed change management models, tools and interpersonal relationship skills, to support organizations through complex organizational, technological and cultural changes, whilst reducing risks and accelerating change adoption to improve the ROI of change projects. Why do we do change management? We do change management to reduce the impacts of the changes that cause disruptions to the organization, the customers, critical stakeholders and employees. What is business transformation? Business transformation encapsulates all change programs aligned to strategic objectives. It oversees the delivery of change projects in partnership and collaboration with business leaders, Enterprise Program Management Office, EPMO, or Program Management Office, PMO. On time, within budget, and to the desired specifications of the project charters. Is change management an industry? Change management is not an industry. Therefore, there is currently no official designated career path that one may follow to become a Chief Transformation Officer, which is the highest ranking position one can achieve in change management today. However, change management is evolving to respond to the continuous rapid and radical change that the 21st century brings. Changemakers worldwide are beginning to collaborate to develop a change and transformation industry that will culminate in the industry's standardization and regulation. Where is change management applied? Change management is applied in three core areas of business. 1. Systems, information, telecommunication, computing, ITC, and digital transformation. 2. Processes, operational models and workflow processes. 3. People change, talent management, culture, mindset and behavioral change. A change manager is appointed when there is a need to oversee complex change programs during digital transformation, mergers and acquisition, business re-engineering or org restructuring, launch of new product or service, office relocation, statutory and policy changes, social and community projects, exceptional events like COVID-19, or cultural change, i.e. diversity and inclusion. When is change management applied? Change management can be applied at any point during a change cycle. However, it is often applied during the implementation phase of organizational projects, which can negatively impact the effective delivery of the change strategy. By including the change manager upstream, it is easier to obtain buy-in from potentially impacted stakeholders, which accelerates change adoption and delivery speed by significantly reducing change resistance. When change managers are consulted during the ideation phase of potential programs, before the business case has been made, they proactively advise on the potential change risks that the project owner may not have sight of, diminishing the cost of change risks and improving project success. Change managers offer an unbiased and holistic view of how the changes may impact other stakeholders, customers and business functions. Who can do change management? Anyone with a passion for change can become a change manager. However, people who are resilient, curious, love to research, are self-directed, able to facilitate, and have a passion for people, will likely be the more successful candidates. What is the role of the change manager? Change practitioners advise, lead and deliver these changes through strategic business transformation, in partnership with enterprise or NGO executives, leaders and all stakeholders identified as critical to the successful implementation of the change strategy. Ideally, the change manager directly reports into an executive leader and enables them to implement the changes in partnership and collaboration with the project team and critical stakeholders. A senior change manager advises, coaches and mentors their executive partners, whilst transferring change skills and competencies to the organization. They are responsible for providing the cases for change, frameworks, strategies and plans to enable the successful implementation of change plans. Change managers are also responsible for identifying critical stakeholders and ensuring that communications about the changes are clearly articulated to the right audience, appropriately and at the right time. Traditionally, the role has been outsourced to external consultants. However, recently, there is a shift towards bringing the role internally, which has its pros and cons to be discussed further in the course. It is a specialist role that often in the past did not have any direct reports. Are there other change roles? Yes. Many. Change enablers play many roles. They may be internal or external consultants or change resources. They have a passion for people and for doing things differently for a better outcome. Here are some existing traditional roles. Change manager, organizational change manager, change specialist or consultant. Internal change ambassador, internal change champions. Change lead, communication lead, and stakeholder engagement lead. And here are some new and emerging roles. Strategic change advisor, strategic change consultant. Transformational change specialist, transformational leadership coach. Business change manager, agile scrum master, Six Sigma black belt, strategic change partner. And chief transformation officer. Change managers are also often proficient in project management and have acquired business acumen in the field and from the school of hard knocks. They will show you the bruises and the scars to prove it. How does change management impact emotional health? Continuous changes in an organization often negatively impact our emotional well-being due to the many transitions and constant uncertainties. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates a global loss of $1 trillion per annum due to mental and emotional health issues in the workplace. Changemakers have a passion for making a positive difference. Those specializing in the people side of change also have compassion and empathy for the journey that their stakeholders need to navigate. Spending time developing each individual's emotional well-being is effective to positively affect change management outcomes. By doing so, each individual can manage and own the changes impacting them and their responses to any emotional triggers. The world is changing fast, and personal mastery is becoming a critical set of leadership skills essential for navigating the transformation and transition journeys that lie ahead of us. Why do we manage change resistance? It is a well-known fact that 70% of change initiatives fail. We have 70 years of data to back it up. But the greatest barriers and obstacles that stand in the way is you. Well, maybe not you exactly, but it is highly likely that you are part of the problems and one of the barriers, which is why people change management always begins with self. Managing people resistance is a key role played by the change manager. Managing resistance reduces what used to be called change fatigue. It is now being recognized simply as burnout, due to the emotional impacts that continuous and constant changes have on us. Choosing to embrace change rather than resist it demonstrates progressive change leadership skills, supported by an emotional maturity suited to the ever-changing landscape of digital transformation, cybernetics, cultural diversification, and the uncertainties of the decade we are currently living in. So if you change your mind, set, you change yourself. What is transformational leadership? Transformational leadership can influence others to change their behaviors to achieve the organization's strategic objectives as a collective. Through cultural and people change initiatives, a change manager will coach and facilitate leaders and employees through the personal growth required to build resilience and navigate the emotional disruption that change causes. Transformational leadership develops compassionate leaders through coaching and mentoring to grow the skills needed to change our response and behavior when triggered by change. In the meantime, embrace change and enjoy your change management essentials journey.